So, review of the first quarter of the second game of the first round between the Spurs and the Warriors. The Spurs were pretty dominant. Of course, like in the first game, they were very good defensively. Kevin Durant will only have 6 points. Andre Iguodala will lead with 9. Marcus Aldridge Marcus Aldridge had 11 points, 3 of 5 field goal. Got banged up a bit with 5 of 5 free throw. Draymond Green, for whatever reason, had 1 minute versus 7 minutes for the rest of the starters. Aldridge also low with 2 rebounds and 2 assists. Played 10 minutes. Andre Iguodala shot 3 of 4, missed his only close range shot, and got 3 of 3 from 3. 0 free throws, which you figured they'd be fouling him since he's not a good free throw shooter, at least historically, career wise. JaVale McGee had 5 rebounds. Andre Iguodala also led with 2 assists. McGee had a big block. David West only had 0 points in 5 minutes. Kevin Looney had 8 minutes, 0 points. Quinn Cook, non-factor, 0 minutes, and 0 points, probably for the whole game. Whole bench range from -2 from Kevin Looney to -3 from David West, Sean Livingston, and Quinn Cook. Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Sean Livingston, David West, and Quinn Cook finish off the quarter. JaVale McGee will only have 2 points in that first quarter. Kevin Durant with total 8, Andre Iguodala 9. Durant was 3 of 8, 0 of 3 from 3 in the beginning, 2 of 2 from free throw. Whole team was obviously in the minuses because they didn't win that quarter. They were losing 27-23 in the first quarter. Under for such a high-scoring offensive machine in Golden State was very disappointing. It seemed like the San Antonio Spurs had controlled the whole game, even without Kawhi Leonard. I'll get into more about that later on. In the second quarter, David West exploded, shot 4 of 4 in a row. When San Antonio went from 23-29 to 29-29. Then David West made a 31-31. He's a former Spur, and I wonder if he had thought in the first quarter that he had wished he had won back, although Golden State was leading in the series 1-0. Prior to that, in the last 15 minutes of David West's play, had 0 turnovers compared to the rest of that beginning, where San Antonio was very hard on them defensively. I wondered at this point if Aldridge was basically Davis for the Spurs. Tall, unguardable, lengthy, large, close to the hoop. Has all that height. Very physical. Davis obviously has the leap, but Aldridge has the height. Could do mid-range like Davis, except from taller distance. Get closer. Also, a lot of the offense goes through Davis, much like Aldridge in this game. I wonder if they studied that Portland versus New Orleans tape. Aldridge would lead the second quarter with 17 points, 6 of 10 shooting, a +3. Rudy Gay, who started, had 10 points, 1 minute more than Aldridge with 19 points compared to 18, 5 of 7 shooting. So a very efficient 5 of 7, not very violent, but helped San Antonio get the lead. Patty Mills, 7 points, but shot 2 of 10, 2 of 7 from 3. One of those threes was amazing, though. Very important, and you don't want to slow him down for that. He was +1. DeJounte Murray, who, not related, David Aldridge said, LaMarcus Aldridge. David Aldridge of NBA.com said, LaMarcus Aldridge wanted to mentor him into becoming the next Damian Lillard. Not a bad start. Only 2 shots in a half. Not, it doesn't seem very Damian Lillard, really. Like, Damian Lillard, they're both defensive, they both can shoot threes, but Damian Lillard obviously is a lot more of that. DeJounte Murray had -6. Danny Green had -8. Only shot 1 shot and had 0 points. And that's the major problem I had with most of the Spurs. Like, they just weren't very active. Ginobili had 4 points, 1 of 3 from shooting, nothing from 3, 2 of 2 from free throw. I don't know if he drew a charge or a flop or anything, but that didn't really do anything. Bertans at least got 5 shots, even if 4 of them missed. 1 of the threes went in, shot only threes. Tony Parker, I sort of forgot was even in the series. He only had 4 minutes compared to Ginobili's 9 minutes. 2 points, 1 of 3 from shooting. 0-1 from shooting from 3. He's not really a 3-point shooter. Overall, the bench was +3, +8, +7, +3 from Gasol to Parker, with Ginobili and Bertans in the middle. Kyle Anderson, who I loved last year as a player, had 0 points, 5 minutes, shot 0 of 2, +6. At this point, they used like an 11-man rotation. Although most of the offense obviously went through Aldridge with that 70 points he had. It's a bit of a problem. Let's see what Golden State had. Durant took over in that second quarter. 17 points, 6 of 13 from shooting. 0 for 5 from 3. We'll get to in the third quarter. 5-6 from free throw. Missed 1 free throw. -4. Which all the Warriors were -4, other than Nick Young, who was a +0. If he had 0 points. Klay Thompson, 3 of 7, 1 of 2 from 3. Andre Iguodala just missed 2 shots in that second quarter and didn't do much else offensively. JaVale McGee, 6 points, 3 of 4. 2 more points, 4 more points. They're defensively. Didn't have any more rebounds in that half. In that quarter. In the half. Had 3 fouls. They took them out pretty quick. Here's a factor, although LaMarcus Aldridge just throw all over him. After the third quarter.